Basic of research. Research made easy.
Topic we are going to learn in this video. First, good research criteria. Second, aims and objectives of research. Third, research characteristic in general. Fourth, challenges faced by researchers, and the last one is research methods versus methodology. Whatever the sorts of research studies are, one thing is certain, they all come together on the common platform of scientific method. Scientific research is expected to meet the following criteria.
1. The study objective should be clearly specified, and common ideas should be employed. 2. The study technique should be detailed, which enable another researcher to perform the research for further development while maintaining the continuity. 3. The procedure should be thoroughly organized in order to get the most objective results feasible. 4. The researcher should report with complete frankness, flaws in procedural design, and estimate their effects upon the findings. 5. Data analysis should be competent to show the relevance of the data, and the methods of analysis utilized should be acceptable. The data's validity and reliability should be thoroughly examined. 6. Conclusions should be limited to those warranted by the study data and those for which the data give an appropriate foundation. 7. Greater trust in research is deserved if the researcher is experienced, has a solid research reputation.
A good research is systematic, logical, empirical, and replicable. Systematic, it indicates that the study is structured with certain stages to be completed in a predetermined order in line with a well-defined set of criteria.
Logical, this means that research is driven by logical thinking norms, and the logical techniques of induction and deduction are quite useful in doing research. In reality, logical thinking enhances the significance of research in decision-making.
Empirical, it denotes that the study is primarily concerned with one or more components of a real-world scenario and deals with tangible data that serves as a foundation for the external validity of research findings.
Replicable, this feature allows research results to be validated by reproducing the study, resulting in a solid foundation for choices.
Aims and objectives of research.
The primary goal of study is to unearth the truth that has been hidden and has not yet been revealed. Though each research project has its own distinct aim, we may classify research objectives into the following major categories.
1. To become acquainted with a phenomena or to obtain fresh insights into it. Studies with this goal are known as exploratory or formulative research studies.
2. To correctly reflect the features of a certain individual, circumstance, or group. Studies with this goal are known as descriptive research studies.
3. To ascertain the frequency with which something happens or is linked with something else. Studies with this goal are referred to as diagnostic research studies.
4. To put a theory about a causal link between variables to the test. Such studies are known as hypothesis testing research studies.
Research characteristics in general.
1. It collects fresh information or data from primary or first-hand sources. 2. It emphasizes the finding of universal concepts. 3. It is a precise, methodical, and exact study. 4. It employs legitimate data collection equipment.
5. It is also rational and objective. 6. The researcher overcomes the urge to look solely for data that supports his assumptions. 7. The researcher eliminates personal preferences and sentiments. 8. It makes an effort to organize data quantitatively. 9. Research is a time-consuming and unhurried endeavor. 10. The researcher is prepared to follow his processes to controversial and socially unacceptable conclusions.
11. Research is meticulous.
Challenges faced by researchers in Asian countries contest a lack of scientific knowledge in research methods. Many researchers take a blind leap into the unknown when it comes to research methodology. As a result, the vast majority of research activity is not methodologically sound. According to many researchers and even their mentors, research is essentially a cut and paste operation with little insight into the materials gathered. On the one hand, there is insufficient connection between university research departments and corporate entities, government agencies, and research organizations on the other. A large amount of non-confidential original data remains untouched/untreated by researchers due to a lack of appropriate connections.
There is a need to build some mechanisms for a university industry engagement program so that academics may acquire ideas from practitioners on what needs to be investigated and practitioners can implement academic research. Due to a lack of appropriate information, research investigations that overlap are frequently conducted. This causes duplication and wastes resources. Many academics struggle to get appropriate and timely secretarial aid, including computer support. Many libraries' administration and functioning are inadequate, and most of the time and energy of researchers is spent searching out books, journals, reports, and so on, rather than tracing out important content from them. There may be conceptualization issues as well as issues with the data gathering procedure and other associated issues at times.
Research methods versus methodology. It appears fair at this point to distinguish between research methods and research methodology. Research methods may be defined as any method or technique utilized in the conduct of research. Thus, research methods or techniques refer to the procedures employed by researchers in carrying out research activities. In other words, research techniques are any procedures employed by a researcher when conducting research on a certain subject. Because the goal of research, particularly applied research, is to find a solution to a given problem, the accessible data and the unknown components of the problem must be linked to make a solution conceivable. These are classified in 3 groups.
In the first group, we include those methods which are concerned with the collection of data. The second group consists of those statistical techniques which are used for establishing relationships between the data and the unknowns. The third group consists of those methods which are used to evaluate the accuracy of the results obtained.
Furthermore, on research methods versus methodology. A research methodology is a systematic approach to tackling a research. It is also referred to be a science that investigates how scientific research is carried out. Researchers must understand not only how to create tests, calculate the mean, mode, median, standard deviation or chi-square, and apply specific research techniques, but also which of these methods or techniques are relevant and which are not, as well as what they mean, indicate, and why. All of this implies that the researcher must develop his approach for his problem, as it may differ from one to the next. The term research methodology covers a wider variety of topics than research method. Thus, when we discuss research methodology, we don't just discuss the research methods. We also consider the logic behind the methods we use in the context of our research study and explain why we chose them. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe the channel.